Afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Um, I was a little bit late, got somebody doing some work here at the house, so he had to come and ask me a question. So if that happens again, I get pulled away for a second. Please don't judge me. It's like homeowner shit. Did you know that Noble Gold's team of precious metals experts have helped thousands of worried investors like you to build and preserve wealth through times like this? Find out why gold and silver and IRAs are the answer to inflation and financial contagion. Talk to a personal precious metals expert today. Oh, and this month they're giving away a free 3-ounce silver American Virtue coin with any qualified IRA above $20,000. Call the team now, 877-646-5347, or for more info, go to noblegoldinvestments.com. That is noblegoldinvestments.com. And there's always risk of loss, people. Past performance is not indicative of future results. What's up, everybody? How you doing today? Great to see you in the comment section and whatnot. Let's go up to the top here, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, I knew it. I knew we had a super chat cherry popper, and that would be Mr. Charles Turner Jr. Thank you for the Hamilton. He said it will be interesting moving forward how things will go since President Trump's announcement. Shout out to Jericho and everyone from my new house in Twin Falls, Idaho. It's a friendly community here, and that's all we want. Friendly, peaceful communities. And if you're in Idaho, Twin Falls, Idaho, you're just in time for Father Winter. He will open his distended freezing anus and shit snow all over that part of the country. And I feel for you guys because being from California, I cannot comprehend temperatures like you're about to deal with. The Ferg, where did yesterday's live go? Did Jericho remove it, or did the YouTube overlords remove it? They removed it. Yesterday when I was showing that clip of Chappelle on Saturday Night Live, and they were playing Try a Little Tenderness by Otis Redding. I think that's probably what got it flagged. Or maybe I didn't. I guess you're supposed to talk like every 30 seconds or some shit. I don't know. But for some stupid reason, it was flagged and taken down by YouTube, which sucks because that was a good live yesterday. From both my end and yours comment section. And we have beautiful things like Turkey. Secretary Not Sure, thank you. Harris is sponsored by Silver too. Silver cotton candy. She loves it too. She loves it. It's like catnip. You get some old man's pubic hairs and give like a little clump of it, a little ball of it, and give it to her. She'll roll around on the floor with it all over her like a cat does with catnip. It's crazy. Usually you got to pay to see shit like that, but she'll do it. She'll do it for free. You give her a ball of that shit, man. Charles Turner Jr. says, Jericho, I will say that I've been told in the city of Twin Falls itself there is not usually a lot of snow sticking to the streets and the sidewalk, but it's still cold. Still colder than a well digger's ass in Montana. That's for sure. Damn it, why did I do that shit again? There we go. Jeff Gray, thank you for the Hamilton. Good day to you, Jericho Green. Here's a couple of shillings to you and your family. And don't forget to pay your taxes. Oh, in California, you can't. They won't let you forget because they're everywhere. You look at the fuel taxes, look at the cell phone taxes, the property taxes. And who knows the taxes out there I don't even know about. Sons of bitches. Believe me, I won't forget to do that. And let's just say I do. I'm sure the newly acquired 87,000 IRS agents won't let me forget. They'll be my safety net, so to speak. Yeah, Charles Turner Jr. says, true, lows are in the teens. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Teens belong in high school, not on your thermometer, okay? That shit is crazy. Andrew Justice, great point. So much for global warming. Well, global warming, it comes and it goes. It does what it wants. Ting Ting, yes, we need term limits. I agree. Like a sumbitch. You do it for the president. So why not the rest of them? Why not the rest of those gaggle of assholes? Why did they get to reign in perpetuity? Perpetuity? Is that after death? Well, shit. If you're in Pennsylvania, you can be in politics after death. Didn't they just elect a dead guy? Or no, that's not perpetuity. I'm thinking of posthumously. That's after death. You know what the fuck I'm saying? They've been in there forever, decades. Biden's been in there for centuries. He said he's been in Congress, or I'm sorry, he's been a senator for 720 years. So why wouldn't I think that? Why wouldn't I believe that? He told us 720. And it's believable because his brain functions like it's 720 years old. So since my video, Sheeple Beware says Georgia elected a dead guy too. I'm sure there's probably a bunch of states that did that shit. We got a dead guy at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue too. But since my video got removed yesterday for copyright infringements or whatever the fuck they said, I'm going to do it again just to make sure, because we never got to talk about it at the end of the video. But here she is again, my 17. Take that out. As you can see, maybe you can't see here. We'll do it again. There we go. It's clear. So we're gonna have this loaded. I got the 9mm lung blowers here. So you know that at least take one of your lungs completely out of your body. See that in there? That's the party popper right there. All right, she's ready. Sit her right down right there. So if it jumps up and shoots me, then we'll know they're right. It's the damn guns, not the people. And today, my mom, she got me a gift card to Charles Turner Jr. Jericho. Someone will get triggered. I hope not. She gave me a gift card to the, I told you we have an Ace near here that has a gun store inside of it. So I went in there today, used part of my my gift card to get this knife here. I love a good pocket knife, and it's a Kershaw. I like Kershaw. You know, Kershaw, Benchmade, Spyderco, all that kind of stuff. This is a good one. I like the blade. The blade's nice and wide. Feels good in my hand. I like the assisted open. You know, you just, pow, ready. So it's my latest toy. It was a pretty good price, too. So I'm happy. I like getting a new pocket knife. I know I have plenty, but who gives a shit? I like collecting them. I got a really nice one. Where's that place called? Cambria. There's a place along the coast of California called Cambria. If you have a significant other and you want a nice, quiet weekend away, a little beachfront community, as they say, nice walks. It is cold, even in the summertime. It's right on the coast, so don't believe in Beach Boy songs and shit. Okay, you ain't just gonna run out on the beach. You're not just gonna run out on the beach in your shorts in California. Relax. It's cold as shit, but nice, quiet town. Good food there. Got good shopping, some art galleries and boutiques and shit like that. So I definitely recommend it. Cambria, California. But I got a really nice pocket knife from there. I don't even use it because it's so nice, but it's black and gold, and then it has there's like a deer head in the blade. It's pretty nice. Maybe I'll show it sometime if I remember to bring it in my studio. But shout out to everybody in the comment section. I appreciate you being here. Are you usual suspects? Maybe we got some new suspects. What up? So you see the thumbnail and the title, Sound the Trumpets. Play on words. So Trump made his announcement last night. He will be running for president of these United States once again. Yvette Fortin Kaiser. Keyser. Sorry about that. California, that's a big insurance company here. Kaiser, my fault. Yvette Fortin Keyser. She says she's new. Welcome. Hope this won't be your last time here. You ready to get a little mad? You ready to laugh a little bit, Yvette? Then you're in the right place. Come on in. Comment sections. Nice. So very nice, funny people in here. Good patriots. You'll fit in nicely. So Kaiser. Okay, I was right. Okay, Yvette, thank you. Yvette Kaiser, Ms. Kaiser. So Trump will be running for president now. Who will he be running against? Not only, if and when he gets the Joyce Decker says she's late. She had a doctor's appointment. Hope all is well, Joyce. Maybe it's like a lady checkup or something. I don't know. Hope everything's good. Glad to have you here. So if and when he gets the nomination, not only who will he be running against as far as who the Democrats put up there, whether it be someone new or they will Biden's ass back out there. They will his 82. He'll be 82 running for president because his birthday is this month. I believe it's on the 20th. But I don't need to know because I'm sure you guys have it marked on your calendar with a big red pen and you will remind me. Because remember I said, everybody, I think it is the 20th. Make sure you guys show up with your party hats because we are going to celebrate and sing happy birthday to our grandpa in chief. Most mundane says keyword if. Exactly. Okay, if he gets the nomination. I don't know. Who's going to beat him? I don't want DeSantis to run against him. Why? He just got reelected. Randy says it's going to be Gavin Newsom. If so, if they put Gavin Newsom up against, oh God, that's scary. That's really scary because we just had it affirmed that these elections are about emotions and repetition. And Newsom is going to have an emotional message. His message is going to be dripping. It's going to be saturated and marinated in emotion. And it'll definitely be repetitive. They're definitely going to hit you over the head with the ads. He's going to be hitting the pavement. He's going to be out there doing his campaign thing. Ladies, try not to vote with your clan, man. Because that's how we got Newsom. That's how Canada got Trudeau. Because these slick talking, handsome guys got up there and Penelope took over. I know how it is, ladies. Happens to men with their dick all the time. The dick takes over. It assumes power. It assumes control. It shuts the brain off. It may happen more often to men, but it happens to ladies too, obviously. That's how we got Gavin bang your wife Newsom. So, if he runs against Newsom, shit, that's very scary. Because I would think it's less scary for them to get Newsom in there now, like say they pull the 25th Amendment thing and then Kamala takes over and she takes a shit and he gets in there somehow. There's other ways he can get in there. I think it would be less scary and do less damage if he were to get in and serve out the last half of Biden as Pervertus's term versus him running as, a candidate and getting 4 years. Oh, man. There was a time when I would look at Gavin Newsom being president or running for president as no way. But we've been there before, haven't we? And not only if they use the tactics that they used last time, but you couple that. I can't speak enough on the power of the dummy. There are so many people out there who do not think or research for themselves. They're just floating around waiting for someone to tell them what to do, how to vote. There's millions of them. Millions of them. And you couple that with some of that 2,000 mules type shit, hell yeah, that can happen. Oh, man. That's a very scary thought. That is frightening. That is frightening. And it's frightening because it can be real. Miss S66, who will then take over destroying California. They'll find somebody. Don't you worry. There's no shortage of leftist monsters to take over the destruction and continue the downfall of California. Come on. They'll find somebody. I don't even know who the lieutenant governor is. Who gives a fuck? They'll probably get Anthony Weiner in there or something, even though I think he's a senator. Who knows? They're going to get somebody in there who continue fucking it up for sure. But Gavin Newsom as that would be the most. I mean, I don't think they could ever do anything to make me leave America. I mean, shit, whatever get that bad. But ooh wee, they could certainly get close. Alien testosterone, thank you. DJT MTG 2024. Who's MTG? Why do I not know who the fuck that is? I know who DJT is. I'm trying to think of the G as a last name. Help me out here. MTG. Oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay. I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that as long as not me but you. That's his real name. I wish I was making it up, but there's a real senator in California named Anthony Weiner, and he has proposed and has signed into law some very questionable laws dealing with children and the registration of sex offenders and things like that. Teo Mestes, no, not my two girls. No, that's not right. Close, but that's not right. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, but as long as she's the best person for the job, you know, not some fucking, you know, affirmative action hire bullshit. And I don't think Trump would do that, but you know, we've seen it done before. Look at how we got her cackling ass in there. So if she's the best for the job, put her in there. I don't care if she had two extra legs and a neck buddy growing out the side of her body. I wouldn't care. If she's the best for it, get her ass in there. Period. Arun Faye, thank you for the Twompski. Just wanted to give you a little something, something. Hey, man, appreciate it. I like something, somethings. I appreciate a good something, something. Something. Hold on a second. I got another one up here. Hoser. Thank you very much, Christian. It says UFC 669 or 669. Is it? What about UFC 69, man? Trump versus Trudeau. Oh, man. Who wins and what is the finishing move? Cheers, buddy. Oh, man. Well, we know who wins because Trudeau's a bitch. He probably wouldn't even want to fight. He'd probably stand there and be like, well, I think I'll just stand here and allow you to be me because violence is not okay on any level at any time. So he'd probably stand there and have the shit kicked out of him. It'd be even better if he fought back because I think there would just be a lot of clawing and scratching and crying if he fought back. Just, you know, head turning, stop, like that kind of shit. So, yeah, it'd be even better if he fought back. But I think Trump would beat his ass. Trump's a big dude. He's like 6'2", you know, probably 250, 260. Big old dude. Probably more than that. But, yeah, Trump would beat the shit out of Trudeau. Finishing move, I'll tell you what I'd like to see. I'd like to see Trump, you know, maybe go WWF on it. I like to see Justin Trudeau power bomb through a table, and not like one of the fold-up tables that they use, like a picnic table in the park. You know, something sturdy, something made out of 4x4s, something made out of old railroad ties. I want to see him put through something like that, but I'd love to see him get power bombed through a fucking picnic table at a park. That's what I want to see. That would be a great finishing move. That would be for the world. That would be for you, Canada. Would you like it if Trump power bombed Trudeau through a picnic table? You're welcome. We would need your undying allegiance after that. I think they would gladly give it to. Like, yeah, whatever you want, America. Thank you. Heidi Booth. Trudeau has a baby dick for sure. I don't even know. He probably don't have a dick. He probably got a nice, smooth Ken doll crotch. Actually, I don't want to have a penis because I don't want to maybe take the chance of mansplaining or being rude in any way to a female. So just take my genitals. That way they don't give me any problems. That's what he would do. He don't got a dick. Ken doll crotch all day long. Look down there. Smooth. Nothing. He's a bitch. Did you see President Xi of China giving some shit on at their little event they were at yesterday? He was telling, hey, our meeting, our phone conversation, it got leaked. That's not cool. And Trudeau was like, well, through his translator, well, it's the law in Canada that Canadian citizens can know blah, 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 and all this shit. He's like, look, dog, don't do that shit anymore. Our conversations need to be confidential. Well, the people of Canada, shut up. Golly, fucking shut up. Well. What a weakling, man. That he must not instill any confidence in the Canadian people. I mean, man. Just when he gets up there and talks, you're just like, oh, shut up, man. You probably walk out and turn off the TV. Golly. I feel you guys, though. We got one down here, too. Pink Paradise. Thank you. I don't know how much that is. What is that? Whatever it is, thank you. Can you give my sister Smiles and the Twisted MD a wrench, please? I don't even know how to do that. How the hell do I give you a wrench? One of the moderators, you guys know how to do that? If you do, give him a wrench. Her a wrench, excuse me. Please. I'll get a wrench for you, Pink Paradise. We'll figure this shit out. You will have a wrench. But I've seen that symbol before. But I don't remember at least the denomination that you gave. But thank you so much. Appreciate that. Alien Testosterone, Salty and JG 2024. Why do I got to be the vice president? Huh? Explain that. Oh, and give Brian King B. Falcon a wrench too. Wrenches all around. You get a wrench. You get a wrench. You get a wrench. Oh, Japanese yen. Okay, thank you, Pink Paradise. I appreciate that. Yen. I'll take that yen. Yen, ruples, I don't give a shit what it is. As long as we can convert it, shit. I'll take it. Lord Bibby 42, you got 3 wrenches. Thank you. I appreciate that, Pink Paradise. I appreciate your sister. Smiles and the Twisted MD. So let's get into it, people. Let's get in that ass like a bike with no seat, huh? Okay, hold on. Sheep will beware says at Jericho Green. You have to do it. Click on their name in the chat. It will give you the option to mod. Yeah, I know how to make people moderators, but I don't know how to give a wrench. That's my thing. I don't know how to do that. Let me try it out. Maybe I can figure this shit out. Man, somebody just sent me a breaking news. Oh, God. I'll cover that tomorrow. I can't even fucking... You kidding me? Okay, hold on. Let me... Wrench. You guys won't fucking believe the story somebody just sent me. We'll cover it tomorrow, though, because my plate is full today, but... What the fuck? All right, guys. Good gun, shall we? Now, this is a twist. We're going to call this Good Arrow. All right, because the title, I couldn't pass this story up. How often do you hear this or see a title like this? Compost Corner, even Jericho, what up? It says juvenile hunter fatally shoots suspected thief with arrow. All right. A Missouri boy fatally shot an alleged thief with an arrow after catching the man trying to steal a tractor on a family friend's property, authorities said. The unidentified juvenile, whose age has not been released, was walking toward a tree stand where he planned to hunt deer with a bow and arrow when he saw the suspected intruder stealing a lawn tractor and wood splitter from the property Friday afternoon. Now, if you've ever been in a rural setting, log splitters, lawnmowers, or a lawn tractor, You know, for the big lawns, the acreage. That stuff's expensive. We had a log splitter growing up. I used to hate that shit. On a Saturday afternoon, having to go get wood that's already cut down, or even worse, cut the tree down and then bring all that wood back and split it up with the log splitter. My dad would split it and I had to stack it. And I hated that shit. But that stuff is very expensive. The family's attorney said the young hunter warned the man several times to stop and was in fear of his safety. As the accused thief came closer, according to the sheriff's office, the man apparently did not stop, so the boy released... Oh, hold on. I think I skipped a part. Okay, hold on. The boy called for his father, and a confrontation ensued between the two adults, authorities said. During the incident, the suspect allegedly ran toward the juvenile, the boy's family told investigators at the scene. So the man apparently did not stop, so the boy released an arrow that fatally struck, authorities said. The suspected thief was identified as 40-year-old Michael Stotts. The juvenile shooter was not taken into custody, but the investigation is ongoing. Authorities said the property has been the site of several recent thefts. So that dude was probably a tweaker, and he thought, hey, I'm going to go up here and get, maybe heard it through the tweaker grapevine that this is a good place to go steal shit from. And they went up there and started tripping. They went up there and started, trying to steal shit. The Ferg, Jericho is so IT challenged. I am. I totally am. If there was a short bus for the technologically challenged, I would be in the front seat with the most supervision. Oh, you get a wrench when I mod you. Oh, I have to mod you first, huh? Like that? I gotta mod you first. Okay, I see. I see how that works. Well, shoot me an email. Pink Paradise, shoot me an email, jerichogreen2018@gmail.com. Why don't you do that? Yeah, Pink Paradise, you got one. Where's at Smiles and Twisted MD? Why don't you put something in the comment section so I can find you and then give you a wrench. Rome 13, I want to mod you up. There you are, Smiles and the Twisted MD. I see you, my friend. Okay, there you go. You've been modded. Send me an email if you guys want to be modded. jerichogreen2018@gmail.com. Because, I don't want to do all that shit now. Mod a bunch of people. Slow down or fucking flow, man. Hey, knock it off, Brian King B. Falcon. Don't fog up the screens here. I want people to pay attention to the live stream, not start making babies. Sandra Area, second live caught after years of watching. We're stacking lives here, Sandra. We're stacking them up, Sandra. Okay, so we got done with the Good Gun segment. Don't forget mygreengear.com, 15% off all green gear until the Friday of color. Okay? And I got I received the mugs and cups. I got Roger That mugs. I got the Just Start mugs. I got Good Damn Morning Americans mugs. I got these bad boys right here. And I got some tumblers with also have the JG logo on them. And it's cool because they're it's like metal. It's like stainless steel. It's not paint. So yeah, I got some of those and shit. Carlos Danger, we'll get into that for sure. You're right, Pink Paradise. Perfect gift for the holiday season. So The reason I'm telling you guys that is because I will be giving out, well, not giving, I shouldn't say that. I will be selling some autographed merch. I got hats too. This one, the ones you see over there, all the new ones I designed, I got all those in so I can autograph them for you. So what I need you to do, or what I would like you to do, I'll put my Cash App in the, well, I'll put my Cash App here now. But once I get all the prices and stuff worked out, then I will put them up, and then you guys can hit me up on the Venmo or the Cash App, and then tell me what you want it to say. Do you want it to you? Do you want a generic one? Do you want it personalized? Do you want it for somebody else? Maybe you have some granola-headed dirt fucker in your family that you want to give them something from me to piss them off. That's always fun too. I don't care what it is. I'll fucking sign it. So yeah, let me know. But just, giving you a heads up, planting the seeds. Hey, that's right there, yo, Hosier. I got your perfect gift right here. You guys are so Roberta. You guys are so fucking Roberta. Oh yeah, I got the hoodies too. I sure do. Smiles in the Twisted MD. We got all that shit. I got the Biden quote merch, all the stupid shit he says. Think about what you think about it. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The Punisher, thank you. JG, on behalf of Common Sense folk, love you, brother. Are we still out there? Are we still by the millions like we used to be, those with common sense? And it doesn't matter where you fall politically. You got to have some common sense. Is it common anymore? Or has it become endangered? I know what it feels like. It feels like it's endangered as hell. Christian Delorme, the Hauser, thank you, though. Trudeau once was giving a medal to a Canadian soldier. He came to hug him, but the soldier spared him embarrassment by saluting. Fearless feminist leader. How do you know that he was going to hug him? How do you know that that's where it was going to stop? He probably would have started with a hug and ended up, well, thank you for your service. I'm not, you guys know what I mean. I'm not saying that but I'm just saying he's capable of. He was probably going to hug him. And I mean, you think Trudeau wouldn't do that? Whatever it takes to show you appreciation, I'll do it. This mascara's running and shit. Oh, what a little bitch. What a little bitch. I would see Trudeau doing that. Oh, it doesn't matter. No, keep the cameras rolling. All right, knock it off. Yvette, don't encourage me, okay? Stop, you guys, because I shouldn't be saying things like that. He's a world leader, okay? He's a world leader, and he needs to be respected. So I shouldn't be implying that he would fillet a service member of the Canadian Armed Forces. I shouldn't have said that, and I apologize. It was wrong for me to say that he would drop to his knees and go, so disgusting. Well, I see like 30 people left after I started doing that. What can I say, man? What can I say? But let's talk about what's on the thumbnail and what the title is. Sound the Trumpets. Trump made his announcement yesterday that he will be running for president. Now, I could have pulled this up on on the screen here, but I want you to just hear it. Because I think speeches are so much more powerful and potent when you hear them. And this is from CNN.com, so I was shocked. I was surprised. Game Intruder, what up? So yeah, let's see what happened. Oh, we got a stupid commercial for Discovery Plus. Look like that guy's in the Alphabet Soup group. You know, they're in everything now. And it's a movie about cooking. You had to put that in there?
Great and glorious again. I am tonight announcing.
What the hell? Stupid thing shut off.
Battery 80%. Connected to.
Yeah. Here we go.
My candidacy for President of the United States. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. All of you. Thank you. Thank you. So many incredible friends and family here tonight. It's such a beautiful thing. Some people say, how do you speak before so many people all the time? When there's love in the room, it's really easy. If you want to know the truth, really, you ought to try it sometime. Together, we will be taking on the most corrupt forces and entrenched interests imaginable. Our country is in a horrible state. We're in grave trouble. This is not a task for a politician or a conventional candidate. This is a task for a great movement that embodies the courage, confidence, and the spirit of the American people. This is a movement. This is not for any one individual. This is a job.
I like to hear him say that. I like to hear him say that this is about the people. This is a movement. It's not about him. I like, because, Trump can be arrogant sometimes. He can be boisterous, boisterous. I think that's the word. But he can be like that sometimes. So it's good to hear that he's not just running on, heads are going to roll. It's revenge. You did this to me. You did that to me. I like to hear that he's still focused on us. And unless he runs against DeSantis, we got to roll with Trump. That's another reason why I don't want DeSantis to run now. I don't want him to take anything away from Trump. Let him run. Let him do his thing. You have time on your side. You just basically renewed your pledge to the people of Florida. You just got reelected. So cool. Stay there and serve them. And then in 4 years, or 2028, you're still a young man. Get your ass in there and wreck shop. That's how I'd like to see it play out. But DeSantis is going to do what he wants. But in a perfect world, I think that would be great, because we could have both. We could have Trump and we could have DeSantis just at separate times. What a swing from vine to vine that would be. From Trump, and then you go right over to DeSantis. That would be great. I don't know if DeSantis would take, and again, I don't know if he would take second fiddle being vice president. Maybe he doesn't want to, not for any ego-driven reason, but maybe he just wants to be a leader and he wants to be the man. He doesn't want to be second in charge. I can understand that. But someone put in here Trump and Lake. Cool. Trump, and so there's plenty of good vice presidents out there that could run with Trump and allow DeSantis to do his thing in Florida and then move on up to DC and clean that bullshit out. And maybe they'll roll Biden's old ass back out there. Trump will beat the shit out of him. And then maybe it'll be DeSantis versus Newsom. I think DeSantis would be a better opponent for Newsom. I think DeSantis knows the ways of the political world, and he would know how to counterbalance all that bullshit that Newsom is undoubtedly going to come with. And not that Trump couldn't do it either, but I think Newsom would get under his skin too much. I think DeSantis is built to be a better candidate to run against Newsom. That's what I think. A Saka 777 fan. I don't know how to say that. I know I didn't say it right, but thank you. It says, bruh, the light sucks. Please go back to the old way. Well, I mean, I can make it brighter. You know, I can make it brighter. I just had it turned down a little bit. Is that better? I don't know. Like I was saying, I don't like the overhead light because it shines down. It casts a glare on things like my YouTube plaque back there. Like you wouldn't even be able to see it. I'm gonna go with this a little bit longer. We'll see what happens. Junior's Matt says, Jericho, calm down. The Republicans are going to vote 550 million times in 2024. I don't think we'll do it that way. But that's what I think. Let's finish hearing what he has to say.
This is a job for tens of millions of proud people working together from all across the land and from all walks of life, young and old, black and white, Hispanic and Asian, many of whom we have brought together for the very, very first time.
That was a snippet. We won't go to the whole thing, but that's good to hear. Trump is back. And it sounds like his message is going to be the people. We're going to clean this mess up together. We're all going to, grab our trash bags and our work gloves and go out into this filthy neighborhood and clean it up, one piece of trash at a time. And I don't mind helping in that fight. This is my house. I'll help clean it up. I live here. That's cool. But I'm glad to hear that that's his message. I'm glad to hear that he seems very excited to be back. And he also knows that Biden's, putting it lightly, his poor performance is also going to make his job a little bit easier, especially since we have 4 years of how he actually was president to look at. It's not he's not an unknown anymore. We know exactly what he's going to do, but we also know exactly what kind of pushback he's going to get. So maybe right now we have the House and not the Senate, but maybe by the time he's there, after Biden is done completely fucking things up, we'll have the House and the Senate. And then maybe he won't have so many roadblocks. You can actually get some real shit done. I don't know. We'll see. But his hat is definitely in the ring, and I'm down. He has my support. The Punisher, Jay, thank you again. He says, JG, where the hell is Durham? Who the hell is Durham? Like the cigarettes? And brown cigarettes that look fucking nasty as shit. Oh, man. And I know a lot of people, the election fraud, that's a big issue. But I think it always happens. It definitely always happens. There's fucking people involved, man. Come on. But that doesn't mean we're just going to stop voting. That doesn't mean we're just going to, it's rigged anyway. No, you can't lay down and let these fools take over. That's for damn sure. But that's why we need somebody in there who's going to push for nationwide voter ID. Because they were screaming that shit up, jumping up and down, talking about how voter ID laws and stuff like that is voter suppression. But there were more people that came out and voted than ever after having these oppressive voting laws put into place. So how is that? How does that work? How do you have restrictive, oppressive voter laws, but then more people than ever turned out? Sounds to me like a lot of people came out to vote knowing that it's more secure. What do you think of that? I think that's what happened. I think people saw, okay, they're serious about it. They're putting laws into place to secure our elections. So, all right, now I'll come out and vote. Now I know it's more secure. That's what happened. Because if these laws were so restrictive and oppressive, then they would have had less people than ever that came out to vote, not more. Chandra Araya, thank you very much for the 50. She says, God bless. Same to you, miss. Same to you. So I'm glad to hear it. And hey, if we want to be petty about it, which I love to be, I pride myself on the low road. But since he's running again, we get to see the mainstream mediocres melt down and get all sad and start screaming and crying. You know that dude, Ricky Maddow and shit on MSNBC. We get to see them get all sad and shit. We get to see them cry, Trump. But secretly they're happy as shit because that's 99% of their content. If they don't have Trump, they don't have anything. Then they have to focus on real shit, and they don't want to do that. So as long as Trump is in there, they're happy as shit. What are they going to do? Talk about what Biden does? Even though they could and have more than enough material. But I'm glad to see it. Go Trump. T24. Raheem L. Shaq, Curry, Brady, all named in the FTX scandal. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that shit too. Christian, thank you, says Trudeau. White tears, black face. Don't forget that. Game Intruder, Jericho, your Spanish is very good. Who taught you? Who taught me? I would say it's all the Mexican kids I went to school with. I did take Spanish 1 and 2 in high school, but that's more of like the formal, like buttoned up way, just being Spanish. Like the Spanish people in Spain, they have that lift. That shit's crazy. But I went to school in predominantly Mexican schools from junior high through high school. So I'd say that's who taught me. Just listen to those fuckers talk. Because there's like the Mexican American cholos that I went to high school with, they're Spanish. And then you have like field worker Spanish, like the Oaxacas and shit. The little Indians, I call them the Apocalypto Mexicans. They look like the people in that movie Apocalypto. So there's a difference because the field workers, the funniest shit is when they try to speak English. That shit is so funny. Hey, my friend, ven aquí. My friend, hello. You like my friend? My friend. And then like the Mexican American Spanish was different. Like all the cholos I went to school. No mames, güey. So that's who taught me the streets of Castroville and Salinas. That's who taught me to speak Spanish. Hey, you speak good Spanish. And then when I worked at the radio station, we had a Mexican station there called La Preciosa. And they were our Spanish station, but there were other Spanish stations in the area like KLOK or El Tigre Radio. And they'd have the tiger sound. That shit was so funny. This shit was so funny. El Tigre Radio. And there was a laser radio, or Radio Láser. But the people at La Preciosa, they needed somebody who could pronounce Spanish words but could speak English because there was a commercial that they needed English spoken in. So they had me come over there because they heard me fucking around. They're like, no, you can pronounce Spanish. So I go in there, I cut some commercials for them sometimes. Los Bukis, Joan Sebastian, Vicente Fernandez. So that was a lot of fun. But that's where I learned to speak Spanish. And going to Jumbo Jack sometimes. Game Intruder says my boyfriend sounds like he's talking in Mexican. It bothers me because I'm Puerto Rican. I went to Puerto Rico. There was a buddy of mine in the Navy. Shout out to Zalea, the dude I was in the Navy with from LA. So he spoke Spanish. We went to Puerto Rico, and I'm looking at him like, hey man, tell us what they're saying. He's like, dude, it's Puerto Rican, not Spanish. I'm like, is it that different? And it really is. It really is. Brian King B. Foggin says, hey, this isn't the mall in Spanish. I don't know how to speak Spanish fluently. But I can say, hey, this isn't the mall. This no es mal. That's why I learned Spanish from. The streets. Yeah, it is different. It's a lot different. And when we went to Spain, he had a hard time speaking to them in Spanish because they speak like proper Spanish, like British people, you know, the hoity-toity, the ones in Piccadilly Circle or Square. Those kind of British people speak proper English, and we speak, you know, American English over here. So when we went to Spain, he had a hard time understanding because they were speaking that proper shit. And you got that like their lift and stuff they throw in there. Matt says, no está de mala. How do you know? You're Canadian. How am I learning Spanish from a Canadian? But man, that shit's funny. You ever hear somebody speak Spanish with a lift? That shit is laughs. No está de mala. No, no está de mala. Pendejo. Vete a la chingada, güey. Yes, that's right, Jeff. Biden está viejo. Biden is an old man. How do you say Biden is old as fuck in Spanish? Pinche mierda. How do you say that? Somebody tell me how to say Biden is old as fuck. Matt says, I don't know. I made it up. Oh, that's funny shit. That is funny as shit. And of course, all the Mexican kids, all they wanted to teach me was cuss words, which is cool. They'd be like, hey, go over and tell that fool, chupa mi verga. What does that mean? Just go tell him, man. And I was like, no, fuck, I'm not that dumb. Oh, Alamendorius. Man, is that your real name? You better be somebody great with a name like Alamendorius. I am Alamendorius, son of Alamendor. Hey, Jericho, been watching you for a while, since I was down in PA on an H2B. Could you guys do us Canadians a favor? Send Trump up here in 6 years. All right, in 6 years, but we ain't sending him now. We need him now. But in 6 years, yeah, he'll go clean that shit up. If he could, they probably got rules like that too. You got to be a Canadian and shit to run for prime minister. But yeah, if Trump could go up there, he'd fucking go up there and fix Canada. Hell yeah, the Canadian people would be dying for it. Dying for it. Keith Mireles says, my Mexican ass speaks Chinese. Oh, man. Christian, thank you. Chuck Norris won the Super Bowl by watching on TV. Damn. Oh, those never get old, man. Never. So, let's do it. Me canta los pasteles. What does that mean? Did I just say something weird? Me canta los pasteles. Me encanta los pasteles. Am I saying that I like something done in my butt or something like that? Okay, good. He says no. Oh, man. All right, guys. So now we answer the question, who is shooting missiles at Poland? Who's doing it? Because Poland is a NATO nation, and if somebody is shooting missiles at them, then those of us in NATO need to know so we know who to attack. Don't spoil it. None the Miser, Sweet Mama G, Tammy A, Ginger McGarvey, Ukraine. That's who. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. I know Arunfe, LOL Ukraine, we told you yesterday. I know, but I had to do some research first. All right, I had to gather some information. So wait a minute. How does the Ukraine shoot missiles at Poland? Poland didn't do anything. Apparently, it was an accident. So how do you handle this accident? Let's say Russia did shoot those or that missile into Ukraine and it was an accident, would we believe him? Probably not. So what will we do? Will we go to war with Russia? Will we not take their, hey, it was a mistake. I'm sorry. We didn't mean to do that. Will we take that and accept that apology? Or will we do something about it? So Poland, what are they going to do? Somebody accidentally shot a missile into your country and killed 2 of your citizens. What are you going to do? Are you going to make the Ukraine pay some kind of restitution that they'll probably pass off to us? Are you going to make Ukraine pay some kind of restitution? They're going to have to apologize to Zelensky, going to get his hair done, his hair cut, and his beard edged up like he did for his cover of Time magazine, and then go out there and apologize to the Polish people for killing 2 of their citizens? How do we handle this? And how did that happen? I mean, if you're shooting weapons and shit, you're probably shooting the weapons that we gave you because you told us you needed weapons. So you shooting some old Ukrainian bullshit, which would mean you have stuff and you didn't need it from us. Or is it our shit that malfunctioned? Just wondering. Mandy Westcott, you're damn right America's going to pay for it. You're damn right we're going to pay for it. We're floating their damn economy right now. We are floating. We are the NBA and they are the WNBA. We are subsidizing their very existence. We gave them money for payroll. So you're damn right we're going to pay for it. And then when this shit's over, when this war in Ukraine is over, then what? Are we done sending money to them since the fighting stopped? Or, here we go. You ready? American taxpayer, do me a favor. Stand up. Stand up, you guys, please. If you're driving, pull over and get out of your vehicle. I'll wait a second. Cue the Jeopardy music. Ooh, sorry. Okay, you ready? If you're sitting down, even if you're on the toilet, stand up. Pinch, clench your ass together for a second. Okay? Now, what I want you to do is move your feet shoulder width apart. Okay? And brace for this financial kick in the nuts. You know what they're going to do after the fighting's done? Because we think we're giving money to Ukraine because they're fighting Russia. When they're done fighting Russia, you think the money's going to stop? Good. Teo Mesta says clinching. All right, hold it in. I'm going to let you get back to it. Okay, Sean Harris, you're right. Go Navy. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to pay. Get this, guys. Listen. Then we're going to pay to rebuild Ukraine. Isn't that nice? Rodwell, your nuts should be ready by now because this shit happens all the time. Isn't that nice? We're going to pay for you to get your ass kicked by Russia. And then when you're done getting your ass kicked, we are going to pay for the reconstruction of your country. Go ahead, Junior McGarvey. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you a cramp. I'm not trying to hurt people here. But that's what's going to happen. We are going to pay billions of dollars to rebuild a country. Why? Why? How much do you think that's going to cost? We're giving them what, 60 billion, 70 billion so far? How much you think it's going to cost to rebuild Ukraine? And don't forget, guys, if you just take $50 billion, remember that $50 billion chunk we sent over to him? Salty Classic Views says, my balls hurt now, Jericho. Sorry. But remember, if we took that $50 billion chunk and we split it up among all 139,000 public and private schools, K through 12 in America, we could allocate $400,000 to security. Anyway, forget about that. I'm sorry I brought it up. But if we've given them 60, and who knows by the time this shit's done, what, $100 billion? How many? Remember, you see all them hospitals that got hit and those apartment buildings and the bridges and the roads and all of their infrastructure? How much you think it's going to cost to rebuild that shit? That 100 billion or whatever we're going to spend on while they're fighting the war is going to pale in comparison. And you have to do it because the people of Ukraine. Ukrainian people are worth more than American people. Do you guys know that by now? Almendorius. Thank you again. Of course, the money won't stop. Biden will need to launder some more money for his son. Don't say that. Tell me what proof you have that America is laundering money through the Ukraine. You tell me that. You tell me what proof you have that Biden was in cahoots and doing shady business with his son. Oh, shit. Sorry, man. There's tons of it. Sorry, Almendorius. I just remember there's a fucking truckload of it. C4 Duke, thank you. Joe, oye, esto no es el centro comercial. ¿Quién eres? I don't know what I just said, but it's always funny in that piece of shit's voice. Thank you, C4 Duke. Hey, Heidi. Let Heidi Booth give the first player comment of the day. She says, Biden and Hunter were sucking off Zelensky. Heidi, you tell me right now, just like I told Almendorius, you tell me right now the proof you have that Hunter Biden is into freaky shit. Oh, yeah. Fuck, I just remembered tons of pictures and video. Dang it. Smiles and Twisted MD. You sound like an old Jewish man with that voice. Hey, what is that, velvet? I'm so verklempt in my lechoichen. He beat Joe Lewis's ass. Yeah. Oh, shit, I probably shouldn't do that. Anti-Semitism or something. So stupid. So, yeah, just because the war stops doesn't mean the money will. I think when the war stops, the money's going to increase because everybody's eyeballs won't be on Ukraine anymore. Now we can really get to fucking throwing some money around. I'm getting all you guys mod requests. I'll get to them after my live. Now we can start throwing this fucking money around. There's nobody looking. There's nobody looking anymore. Their eyes are on the next thing. Now we can start throwing some fucking money around. Game and Trudy, you're right. Biden es un viejo pendejo. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's right. Mads, hooker parties galore. Best parties to go to from what I hear. Cocaine and bitches, man. That's right, James Bateman. That's going to be a party over there. It's going to look like one of those videos where somebody's toddler gets into the bag of gold medal flour in the kitchen. And the mom comes around the corner with their phone recording, and there's fucking powder everywhere. That's what it's going to look like in Zelensky's mansion. He's not going to know who's doing lines off of his butt crack. But don't focus on all that, American taxpayer, all right? It's only your job to generate the money to go to that debauchery. Don't question it. Don't try to stop it. You just continue it. Keep your fucking head down. Don't look at us. You peon. Don't look at us. Keep your head down and generate that money for our slush fund. Huh? You think getting those underage hookers and coke over there is cheap? Better get your ass back to work. Fucking taxpayer. What the fuck are you guys thinking? You gonna do something about it? Hell no. Hell no. So that's cool. So we are giving money by the billions to Ukraine, and they're shooting up Poland. And when I heard about it, I thought, man, there's no way. There's no way. How does this benefit Russia? Why wait till now? Why do it now? Why not do it months ago? Why now? It just doesn't make sense for Russia to have done that. I don't get it. Arun Faye, thank you for the Hamilton. Oh, laundering money. Laundering money is a vibe. Ooh. See, you regular people, you 9-to-5ers, you small to medium business owners, you don't understand. All you understand is laundry, like your clothes, your dirty socks and underwear. Ooh. But when you're on the level of the United States government, laundering takes on a whole nother meaning. Ooh. That's for sure. Here we go in those laundromats, wall to wall. This side is washers. This side is dryers. That's Ukraine. Fucking. Huh? Let's get that money in here. We can launder that shit, bitch. So speaking of laundering, that FTX shit, that whole, basically it's a Ponzi scheme. So you got all these people, all these businesses all tied up. All their, they invested in this cryptocurrency shit. And to be honest, I don't really care. I don't care about businesses, and the guy's name was on the side of building or stadiums. The Miami Heat arena was named after him. I don't care about all those rich people. I don't. They got tons of money. They ain't gonna miss that shit. Small guy got caught up in that shit. That's messed up. But I do care about this person giving $40 million to the Democrat Party and also pledging to give $1 billion. Now, Jericho, why would you care about a private citizen giving whatever amount of their own money to whatever political party? I don't care. I don't like when people tell other people how to spend their money. If you're rich or wealthy or whatever, and you want to buy $1 million car that's covered in gold with a diamond steering wheel, I don't give a shit. If you want to have shoes like the pimp, and I'm going to get you, sucker, where he had fish in the heels of his platform shoes, I do not care. That is your money. But in this case, that was not his money. That was our money. Because we have our money taken from us and given to Ukraine. Ukraine was investing in FTX. FTX was taking that money and giving it back to the Democrat Party. That sounds shady. That sounds illegal. Now, if those politicians wanted to take from their own bank account, their Wells Fargo or whatever they got, you want to take from your own bank account and give money to anybody, I don't care. But they did that with our money. You're funneling billions of dollars into this bullshit we shouldn't even been involved in. And they're taking that money and investing it in some cryptocurrency. What the fuck? Aren't you fighting a war? Don't you got missiles flying over your head and you're fucking with crypto? That don't make any sense to me. That tells me that this is some bullshit. Just like I mentioned before, he was on the cover of Time magazine. You got Ben Stiller. Who the fuck is in the middle of a war and they say, you know what? Get me Zoolander. Get me that guy from Meet the Fockers. So that can't be true. This can't be the war zone you tell me about that you have plastered all over the TV. Of course, Ukrainian people getting killed is horrible. But that doesn't make it our problem. And for you to take our money and give it to somebody that's going to invest in fucking crypto, then have that money come back to you? And there's all kinds of shit. I was reading about it. It's so convoluted, but the guy Freed, who was the head of FTX, his mom worked at Stanford, where the chair of the stock exchange, his daughter went there. And it's this whole network of nepotism and favors and networking. And that's how things work. It's not what you know, it's who you know. We've all been hooked up with jobs or different things in life from people that we know. It's just their shit is on a larger scale and it spills over into fucking illegal sometimes. IWD, thank you for the Hamilton. Sam Bankman's father was the chief advisor and money man for Nestor Kirchner, the corrupt former president of Argentina, and the money man for Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and bin Laden involved in 9/11. Exactly my point. This shit is all this, it goes out like a web. They're all connected. They're all corrupt. They're all doing shit to line their pockets, even though we might be killed in the process. And that's another thing about communism, not to get off topic, but that's another thing about communism that they don't talk about. Well, communism is fair and equality and equity and all that shit. Yeah, but they don't tell you about the body count. They don't tell you about the hundreds of and millions, probably billions of people that have been killed throughout recent history with communism. Recent. Like within the last 100 years. Well within the last 100 years. Shit. I would say the last 75 years. Hundreds of millions of people have been killed under the oppressive boot of communism. And they're ushering that shit and they're welcoming that shit in. They're pulling a January 6th. They're opening the gates and waving communism. Hurry up and get your ass in here. Hurry up, communism. Charles Barker rearranged Klaus Schwab. See, that's another guy. There's another ghoulish motherfucker. Klaus Schwab. I looks like the father of the vampire in Blade 2. Fucker. And all this shit reads like a spy movie script. This reads like a James Bond movie. All these crazy corporations and these ultra wealthy people doing all this weird, wicked shit. Boy, I'm telling you. Boy, I'm telling you. And I wonder, these people, very good point, Careless. There's a bullet for every person under communism, and they'll give it to you. It's their desire, it's their obligation to give you that bullet, and they will, and your family, and any other dissenters. Lord German Husbando, tell your mom to get it together and do not pee on herself. Don't. But these people, they're evil, they're deviant, they're demonic, but they're smart. They're smart. So how are you going to get duped by some fucking kid who looks like he could be a stand-in for McLovin? How do you get duped by these people? They don't. This is part of it. I read somewhere where they're saying they freed the guy who at the center of all this stuff. They wanted this to happen. So people would cry, we need more regulations on crypto. Look at this shit. They're running wild. Bernie Madoff 2.0. We need more control. We need more regulations. And I don't think that regulations are always the answer. There's some. There have to be some guardrails on this thing called life, but not too many. And whatever regulation needs to come from us, not them. But these people, they're not getting fooled by these people. How the fuck you get fooled? How do you get fooled to the tune of $32 billion? How do you get fooled like that? You're not smart enough to make that kind of money if you're that dumb. This is part of the plan. They're not fooled by these people. This is what they want. Alamandarius, thank you. Alamandarius, forgive me. Alamandarius. On the topic of communism, watch Razor Fist Hollywood was always red video. Trust me, it's worth it. It was. Hollywood wasn't always like this. There was a time when California had Republican governors. It wasn't uncommon. It wasn't this festering wound on Satan's skin bridge like it is now. Man. Yvette Fortin, a Kaiser. My grandparents would be shitting bricks if they were alive to see this. I wouldn't want my grandparents to be alive to see this shit. I'm glad they're not. We worked hard. We sacrificed for this. You know what they went through in World War II? Not just the soldiers. They get a lot of the praise for World War II and a lot of the spotlight for that, rightfully so. But the war effort that was going on here, you had silver drives, you had rubber drives, you had sugar drives. People were sacrificing. You would go without for the war effort. They would come around and collect shit from your house to help with the war effort. Razor Fist. Okay, thank you. They would come to your house and collect materials for the war effort. Companies were saying, sorry, we can't put sugar in this anymore because we need it for the war effort. You're going to have to ride on those tires a little bit longer because we don't have rubber. We're giving it to the war effort. What would happen if you had to come up to these TikTok motherfuckers today and tell them, hey, you need to sacrifice for the war effort? That was a different breed of people. They would be sick if they saw what we did with their sacrifice. Here, put your sacrifice right here in my hand. Thanks. There you go. Just wipe my ass with it. I just wipe my ass with your sacrifice. Fuck, man. Telling you, people had to come together. That shit wouldn't happen now. Just it, yeah, a lot of crying. Come on, man. They be fucking. Don't take my phone. Imagine if they told everybody, hey, you can't go on TikTok for a month. You know, we need, somehow that whatever ties into the war effort. We need you to stay off of that for a month for the war effort. We need you to stay off of Instagram or whatever for the war effort. That would be a blessing because maybe people would realize we don't need that shit. I don't think we should have TikTok. I don't think we should have anything that comes from our enemy. If there's somebody that lives across the street and you hate that motherfucker and they hate you, every time you see them, there's a problem. There's a stare down. You're just itching to beat the shit out of each other. Hate them. And they hate you. And they come to your front door with a fucking pie. You going to eat it? No. Why? Because you don't trust them. They're your enemy. They probably put shit in there. No, not America. This pie is delicious, China. What's that, corn, peanuts? Golly. Don't take nothing from your enemy. Fuck you, China. We ain't taking TikTok. You ain't buying no farmland here. You're not buying up no property. You're our enemy. Fuck off. C4 Duke, thank you. One room, JG versus Joe, Trudeau, Pelosi, AOC, and her hubby. Who? Hey, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. I am a badass by no means. I've been in some scuffles in school, a couple scuffles, in my 20s. I haven't been in a fight in a long time. I don't want to fight. I don't like to fight. Last couple times I got in a fight, my stomach hurt from the adrenaline. I didn't like it. But I'll tell you this. If we're talking no legal ramifications, no, this, whatever happens here, what happens in this cage stays in this cage. This is all hypothetically speaking. I would never advocate violence against any of our elected officials. I do not advocate putting your hands on a woman. But if I got in the ring with Sloppy Joe, Justin Castro, the Vodka Vixen, and Loco Cortez, and her husband, her ginger bitch of a husband, her pegged at least 3 days a week husband, I would take Nancy Pelosi and I would wrap her around my fist like a glove. She's small. She's 187. It wouldn't be hard to do. And I would grab AOC's husband by his portly ankles and I would beat the rest of them to death. I would tear Joe Biden in half like a phone book and watch all the sands of time and dust come spilling out on the floor. I wouldn't have to do anything to Trudeau because he would be on the corner, curled up, naked for some reason, crying. And AOC, I wouldn't have to do anything to her. I would throw her an apple. With those teeth, she would be happy. She'd probably make a sound like that. Trudeau. He would be crying and peeing in the corner. Man, oh man. Yes, Jean Grey, hypothetically. Hypothetically. I would never. And then, after wrapping Pelosi around my hand and beating them with her, I would probably be drunk just from osmosis, just from touching her skin, her scaly, liver spotted skin. I'd probably be drunk because that bitch is soaking in vodka. Soaking. Thanks for that question, C4 Duke. That was a good one. No holds barred. I'll tell you what, guys, you want to see a shitty movie? Matthew Quinlan, that's right. Trudeau would fight you in the showers. He would fight. He would claw your eyes out. Stop, no. He would claw your eyes out in the shower. Kenya from Cali, yes, it's that bad. If Pelosi fell asleep up against you like on an airplane, and she was like that, you'd be fucked up by the time the plane landed. You wouldn't be able to drive your rental car, nothing. You'd be faded. Alamandorius, excuse me. Thank you again. Dems are trying to use the 14th Amendment to block Trump from running. Man, they can try that shit if they want to. You know Trump. His lawyers are at least 27 steps ahead of these dummies. And you have to remember, a lot of their decisions are clouded with emotion. Even though there's laws and rules in place that explain all the things that they're allowed and not allowed to do when it comes to running for office. It's all written in plain English in black and white. Their emotions still drive them to do stupid shit like this. I was reading yesterday, the fucking feds had undercover agents in these groups that were at January 6th. Hold on. We're going to get into that. Hold on. Jamie, thank you. Watch the video on YouTube. Family Guy Peter Neck Twin. It's like Neck Buddy Fetterman. And they even made a Dr. Oz reference. Oh, shit. See, that's one thing I like about those cartoons, South Park and Family Guy. They can turn shit out so quick that they stay current. I remember South Park when they did the episode about McCain running against Obama. Man, I think they turned around in less than a week. That's why one of the things I like about these shows, they can stay current with their shit. And I'll check that out, man. That shit's funny. Even though I'm more of a South Park guy, I got love for Family Guy. Not so much for the people that work for it, but the finished product. But so let's get this straight. So you got feds in the Proud Boys and what is something Patriot. That was another group that was there. Somebody let me know in the comment section what was their group name. It was Proud Boys, and they had feds. They had undercover agents in this other something Patriot. The name's at the tip of my tongue, but they had agents in there. I heard it was like up to 20 of them. Oath Keepers, thank you. Oath Keepers, that's what it was. None of the miser mads, thank you. So, was it Patriot Prayer, Alamandarius? It might have been both of those. I know it's Oath Keepers for sure. Anyway, you guys know what the fuck I'm trying to say. So they had feds, undercover agents in both of these groups that were there at January 6th. The January 6th. The January 6th that was worse than 9/11. You have feds in these groups. You know they're going to carry out some shit. They told Nancy Pelosi, we need extra help. We need more police. We need the National Guard. She said, no. The feds, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, had agents inside of these groups. This is the day we're going to go tear shit up. And they did nothing to stop it. Now, if this was a movie, this would be the part where right before they go to commit their crime, that's when the FBI vehicles would pull up and everybody would get arrested before any harm was done. That's the whole point. You have undercover agents in there to give you information to stop things from happening. So how come on January 5th, the CIA or the FBI, the ATF, the DEA, all of the acronyms, why weren't you kicking doors in of motel rooms arresting these fucking people? You knew what they were going to do. You knew the day it's going to happen on January 6th. Arrest them on January 5th. Crisis averted. then we won't have the worst thing since 9/11 take place. And they didn't? You let something worse than 9/11 happen? How could you do that? How could you do that to us? You knew when it was going to happen and you didn't say nothing? Wow. That's fucked up. But you got these people sitting in jail. You should be sitting in jail. You let it happen. Why you got these people sitting in jail for 2 years? What? Kenya from Cali, you're right. Yes, we're not shocked. There, that sounds like on brand to me. You're right. But damn. How could you guys do that? Unless this wasn't worse than 9/11. Unless it wasn't as bad as you say. So and because you didn't stop it from happening, you helped carry out January 6th. You helped. You didn't stop it, so you helped it. Man, what the fuck? That just don't make any sense. So now, with the Republicans taking the House, let's see some shit getting done. Let's see some shit getting done. Let's see all the footage from January 6th. Let's see that laptop. Let's see everything. Don't worry about my sensibilities. Oh, the American people, they can handle it. Don't worry about that. Give it to me raw. I got the fucking internet. I can handle anything. Give it to me raw. Let's see it, you bastards. Couldn't believe that shit, man. Couldn't believe that shit. You guys helped them do it. And you want to sit here and say it was the worst thing, but you could have stopped it? That's weird. Well, let's see. What you going to do, Republicans? What you going to do? You got the House. Let's see it. Let's see what you're going to do. Wow. Oh, and hey, why don't we end on a light note, guys? Huh? You like light notes? Let's see. Let me share a screen with you guys. I like sharing screens. Let's see. All right, here we go. Scroll down here. Oh, no, not that one. Not that one. There we go. There we go. There it is. Oh, you sons of bitches. Look at this. Newsweek. See if we can get a picture. See if we can get a pic, huh? There we go. There it is, guys. Hold on a second. I'll share a screen with you in just a second. Boom. What do you think of that? That's right. FIFA. Was it 3 days till the World Cup? And it looks like America is going to get rid of that pesky red, white, and blue. Ew. Red, white, and blue is so oppressive. People who think like that, they say at the end of their words, and it makes me sick. Like, America's so oppressive. You guys are so rude. Look at this shit. Talk about not dancing with who got you there. Not dancing who you came with. What's this shit? Why don't we just pull our pants down and just walk with our back facing the world so they can just whoop our ass? They can just spank our ass. We should hand out 195 paddles, pull our pants down, and just walk around and let the rest of the world paddle our asses. Do you see that bullshit? Why were they allowed to hijack the rainbow? Now, when I see a rainbow, it makes me sick. You know what it makes you think whenever you see a rainbow? I was driving with my kids the other day. It was raining. There was a double rainbow. I couldn't help but think alphabet soup group. This is the World Cup. You're going in front of the world, gentlemen. And you're going to be wearing this rainbow bullshit on your uniform? You think somehow that looks better than red, white, and blue? Sounds to me like the U.S. soccer team needs to spend some time in some other countries so they can get some of that pride back, so they can get some of that nationalism back. If I was one of those team members, I'd be like on a TV show when they don't get the clearance to show shit. You'll see somebody wearing something and they'll put a piece of black tape over it because they don't have the rights to use their logo. I put a piece of tape right over that rainbow shit. I'm not here for that. I'm here to represent my country, not to represent a fucking agenda, not to represent this microscopic portion of our population that's somehow taken control and seeped into everything. Look at that shit. Man, I remember watching Olympics and shit like that, the World Cups, being proud, rooting for your country to beat the other country. Patriotism. My country is better than your country. My country is going to kick your country's ass. Not my country's going to lick your country's ass. That's what that says. Golly. JJ, I can't read that, but that's hilarious. None the Miser says Wales 7, US 0. Good. You guys don't deserve to be there. Get your punk ass out of here with that shit. And what about the members of the team who don't believe in that? Who don't want that shit on their jersey? 7-0. That's what you get. There was a time when that was the only thing we got our ass kicked in. We had the potential of getting our ass kicked in with soccer because we don't give a shit about soccer in America. Track and field and all that other stuff, America used to dominate. We used to have a pride in our country. Keith Morales, I'm saying I'm proud to be American. I'm proud as shit. I'm proud enough for the both of us. What is the point in changing that shit to rainbow colors? What is the point? You think they need representation or something? You think they need to be noticed? Hey, guess what? We notice. We know you're there. Trust me. We know. Soccer. Fuck you, soccer. I want to see what other countries are doing this. You think any of those Arab countries are going to do that shit? You think any of those African countries, those Latin countries are going to do that bullshit? No, leave it to us. Leave it to us. James Bateman, look at the balls. What do you mean, man? Like, are they going to have rainbow balls too? Or like, look at one of their balls? I'm cool. I'm not going to do that. Mouse C, exactly. It matches their panties. That's disgusting. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they were out there kicking a fucking rainbow ball. Golly. Oh, in their hands in the picture. Are those rainbow? Probably. Yeah, those look like rainbow. I hope they don't have them in the game. That's what I meant. Like if they have them in the fucking game. Sick. That is sick, man. Anyway, guys, my goodness. Frou Featherstone, thank you for the Twomsky. You're blistering it. Jericho, I have to go back to work now, but we'll catch this in replay later tonight. Thank you very much, man. I hope work is quick and painless for you. Hope you get home quick and safely. That is some sick, sad shit, people. The U.S. men's team is going to have some fucking rainbows on their uniforms. I mean, good thing we don't give a shit about soccer anyway. I doubt any of us will be watching it, but come on, man. Come on, man. What? When does this shit stop? You can't keep bleeding this bullshit into everything. When is this going to stop? Because you guys are just putting a fire hose of this bullshit on everything. Anyway, guys, I got a first grader to go pick up from school. My daughter, she's old enough. She walks home with her friends. My son's like, how come I can't walk home? How come I can't walk home with her? Because you're not going to listen to her, and you guys are going to fight all the way home. And she's going to get mad. She's going to say something to you. You're going to say something to her. Somebody's going to come home crying. So no. Manu I'm not even going to try to say that name. I do not want to butcher it. But when we stop it, that's right, Manu. When we stop it. And we have to. We can't leave it up to these fuckers. Erica by Da Vinci, the beatings will commence until morale improves. Damn right. All right, I'm going to go pick up my youngin'. This now begins the favorite part, my favorite part of the day. Until they start arguing and they piss me off. But until then, this is my favorite part. I love to go pick my kids up from school. Tell me what they did. My son tells me he forgot. You remember what I said yesterday. It's beautiful. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, everyone in the comment section. Your comments, your questions, your super chats, everything. Thank you for watching and listening to me. Maybe you're just listening, or maybe you have the sound off and you're just watching. That's weird, but I'll take it. 8 billion people in the world, and you guys decided to hang out with this one. Thank you very much. Don't forget mygreengear.com, and I will have those mugs, tumblers, and hats to be autographed. I will get that all lined up and let you guys know how you can purchase them and get that bitch in the mail to you. Say it with me, damn it. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.